welcome to the second half of our adult cartoon tier list. We're gonna finish this up here shortly. Ryan's got some additional info he'd like to share.
Before we continue, so we decided to call this Tears Over Beers because we're doing tears while we're drinking beers. But I had some other ideas for names for this, so I'd just like to name some of those before we continue. I thought that I Like Tear would be pretty good for all those, Brett.
I like tear!
What the fuck was that?
You gotta put the enunciation on the right syllables.
Yeah.
Syllables.
The Tear Hunter, thought that'd be kind of good. Tear and Loathing in Lost Wages. If anyone's seen, what the fuck is his name?
Frisky Dingo. That should be on this list.
Oh, that should be on this list.
I like to call it Lost Wages.
You know what really grinds my tears?
And I think that would be excellent if we were doing angry tier lists.
Yeah.
So maybe in the future if we want to do one where we want to bash the stuff that we're ranking, that would be a good name for those tiers.
Topical of the January 6 tierings.
Very relevant at the moment, right now in, July 2022. Maybe won't be so great in the future. Yeah. Who knows?
Personal favorite of mine, Tier 1 Imports.
Yeah. We love their stuff.
Yeah. A jury of your tears, which would kind of make sense.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, because the jury's out on all of this.
It's kind of wordy, but the Wonder Tears, either the show or the band, I don't know. Either one would be good. Tearing It Up, that one's kind of generic. I don't know. Liberal Tears, because we're liberal and we're doing a tier list. Maybe
we're crying about it sometimes.
Tear Factor with Joe Rogan, that fucking weirdo.
He's not a normal man.
And the final one I've been told I can't say on here because it might it's too offensive for our channel, so we'll just leave it at that. If we get 50
comment if you want to hear about it. If we get enough people requesting it, maybe we'll bring it up in the next video.
If we get 50 subscribers, I'll tell you what the last one was. And then we'll lose everyone.
And then maybe we'll lose all the... Yeah.
All right.
It's not that offensive, guys.
No,
it's not that offensive.
But
it's offensive enough.
Yeah, so...
We don't want to be those guys,
I mean...
on the interwebs.
Yeah, not until we get a bunch of followers. Then we can say whatever the fuck we want.
And we can ruin our lives.
All right, let's finish
Alright, back to the tier list. So, we've got an interesting one here. Oh. Mike Tyson's Mysteries.
I never saw this.
Never seen it?
No.
Never seen it?
Never.
It can be hilarious.
Yeah.
For one, Mike Tyson voices himself.
That's pretty great.
Pitched the show. And is a writer and creator on it, as far as I know.
Really?
The other great thing about it is there's a pigeon on it, played by Norm Macdonald.
Jesus.
And he is probably the best part of the show.
Norm. Miss
yes.
Norm.
He's a dirty pigeon. Literally says dirty jokes all the time.
He was on the Orville too, which of course he passed away before this last season. But yeah, Norm Macdonald, fucking
legend.
Yeah.
Legend.
So this is all.
If you haven't seen any Mike Tysons, I suggest you check some out.
Where do you put it at?
But
like a B?
But overall, that's a good question. Where am I going to put it? Because it's very funny, but it's there's no substance to it. Yeah. If you know what I mean.
Okay.
So I kind of think C.
Okay. I mean, it's up to you. Yeah.
There's definitely sometimes where it's higher.
Yeah.
But not that this is a hard ranking or anything, but I just feel like putting it above Celebrity Deathmatch.
That's fair. That's fair.
Moral Oral. Here's one that topic-wise is S tier. Topic-wise, as far as it relates to society. But show-wise, as far as how much it entertains you.
Yeah,
That's tough to watch sometimes.
The first time I saw this show, I think I saw like a really good episode because I was like, I really like this show, and I liked, it was kind of edgy and like, It's like, I think I'm gonna keep watching the show, and then I watched more. I'm like, like you said, it's too much.
The way it dissects religion and conservatism is probably the most amazing thing on this whole list.
Right.
But as a show, as a whole, I don't feel it's S.
It makes me uncomfortable.
Yes. It's doing its job if it makes you uncomfortable, basically.
I guess, but...
So, you think like a B?
Like,
or is that too high for you?
Like, I'd probably say C. But
C?
If you want to pop it into B...
I think that the material itself makes it worth a B.
Alright. I wouldn't put it any higher than that, but I'm not...
Yeah, but yeah, I'm also thinking it shouldn't be any higher than that.
Oh, Pickles.
Now, Pickles, I haven't really seen much of.
I haven't seen much either, but what I have, it was another one that was a bit too much for me. Like,
yeah,
I feel like it wasn't like, I think it was like super violent. Isn't the dog like?
Yeah, so Pickles is like Satan, right?
Yeah,
and he like tells his owner like satanic things, like
something like that. So, I mean, we could pop it into I haven't seen because we haven't seen much of it, or
yeah, I think it's more fair to say that. Just because I haven't even seen like a full episode, so I can't really say I can judge it fairly.
But what I saw, I didn't really like. But
okay,
we'll leave it at that.
Okay, Oblongs.
That's another one I haven't seen a whole lot of, but
well, that's something because it's only like 8 episodes long.
No. Okay.
Maybe a little more than that, but it's a really short series because it's only one season and it got canceled.
Oh, I didn't love what I saw, but
I do really like Oblongs, particularly the father's voice by Will Ferrell. If you weren't aware of that,
huh? Now that I think it, I can hear his voice now. I'm like, yeah, it is him. Yeah,
and it's good, but it's also one of those like it's good, but it's really weird.
What are you thinking?
Intentionally
weird.
You
thinking like a B or?
I'm thinking it's a C.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a high C.
All right. Well, okay. That's what I was thinking. So
I think
you made me think you wanted to like put it like A or something.
No, I mean, I think that overall it maybe should be a B. Feeling more that it's a C.
Yeah. No, I thought it like that's
like
right, it's like
it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And at the time when it came out, there wasn't a lot of shows doing stuff like that. Like this is pre-Adult Swim.
Right.
So it came. Adult Swim aired it. Eventually, they picked it up, but it was a canceled show at that point already.
Yeah.
Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy is a classic.
It is.
Nicktoons. And way back then, it was the most offensive cartoon on TV, probably.
Yeah.
But it's not amazing.
No. I mean, if we're putting King of the Hill at B, then probably Ren and Stimpy should be a B too.
Yeah, I think B.
Definitely not any lower than B.
I don't think lower than B.
But I don't think it reaches A.
I think it's like a trailblazing show.
Yeah. I thought we might have a fight over this, but we agree on this.
I think it's more about creating the path for the shows that came after it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And it's more weird sometimes than funny.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, you figure you got your stuff like Mr. Horse, where it's like, okay, that's irreverent and funny.
Yeah.
But then you got like Powdered Toast Man, and it's like it's funny, but it's like that's fucking weird shit. Where'd you come up with that?
What about what did Stimpy call? He put his boogers on the bottom of the table, and he called them his what the fuck did he call them?
I don't even remember
his
that.
nose goblins or something like that?
Yeah, okay. That sounds about right. Nose goblins.
There was some... even as a kid, when I should have just been like, this is crazy, I love it. I was like, I don't fucking know. This is a little fucking weird.
On the other hand, you got episodes like Space Madness, which is one of my favorite animated things ever.
If we're going to judge on Space Madness,
Space Madness is S tier.
Okay. All right.
The big... shiny red button.
What's this? What the fuck is this next one?
I can't read it. The text is cut off.
I don't have to see it. Ripping Rift? I haven't seen it.
Tripping. I think it's like Tripping the Rift or something. I haven't seen it. I've heard of it.
Okay.
It was this was like maybe like late 90s like edgy adult cartoon.
I see there's
Maybe
a
like
woman.
MTV, I think.
There's
probably.
a woman with some big titties, so
Yeah, that's why it was edgy.
S
right?
tier.
They put boobs in it.
S.
S.
Put in for T tier for titties. Samurai Jack. I have not seen this.
Samurai Jack, what I've seen is really good, but I don't feel like it fits on this list.
It's not really. It's not funny, right? Is it funny?
There's some funny parts.
Oh, okay. But it's not.
But it's not. Overall, it's not a comedy.
Yeah, most of these are comedies,
and it's not an adult cartoon.
Do we want?
Maybe it's like a teen level because there's violence in it. But
do we want to just put it in? It never doesn't quite fit. Just put in I haven't seen because it's not really. Or just put in I don't know because it's not really fitting in this list. Or
yeah, I'm okay with that. If I was to rank this on a list of like similar shows, I would probably give it an A.
Okay.
But in this list, I don't feel it fits.
We didn't make this. This is just something we found. So.
Right. I don't know that you would be a big lover of Samurai Jack. It's kind of like say, Americanized anime style.
Okay.
But it's pretty good. It's got action. It's got comedy. It's the same creator as the Powerpuff Girls.
No, haven't seen that either.
Oh. Well,
yeah.
I'm a big Cartoon Network guy in the back then.
No, I went other than like Adult Swim, not really. Yeah.
But you can pick up on the animation style. Yeah. Now, C-Lab.
If we're putting Aqua Teen at S, then C-Lab.
C-Lab for us personally, I think is an S. Is it actually worth that grade? Maybe.
Are you kidding me? C-Lab is like the fucking best
for us. Yeah, I just think
there's a character called Chubby Cox. Come on.
I just think material wise, maybe it doesn't hold the same weight that it did when it came out.
Maybe,
but it's all amazing. Captain Murphy himself is S tier.
Well, I just think if we're gonna put C-Lab at A, then we gotta
move
Aqua
if you
Teen
put
down
Aqua Teen at S, then you gotta put C-Lab at S.
Yeah, I think they go hand in hand. So
they do.
Wherever we're gonna put
there's even one of the
or
first C-Lab episodes has them watching Aqua Teen at the beginning. so
we can put them both at A if you want. Maybe we should. Like, are they really as good as Chappelle or Metalocalypse or Archer?
Honestly, they're not.
Yeah, let's put them A. But they're high. They're the highest.
They're gonna go at the top of A. Yeah. This is all loose. It's not
right
fully ranked or anything.
But we'll just if we had to.
The Simpsons. Now, The Simpsons has certainly had its range from S tier to D tier.
Yeah.
So that's.
When I was.
It's kind of hard to place.
12, right? It was S tier, but.
It was. It was the original of all these animated shows. It was the original S tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but maybe
it doesn't. It hasn't held up to S tier for its lifetime.
So maybe A. You gotta give it its due.
Yeah, I think so. We gotta give it its historic place. We got 2 levels on A now. Whoa. Yeah. South Park.
Oof.
S.
I think that's an S for me.
I think South Park has enough S quality material overall to be an S.
It's had some things that's dropped lower, but it's just
its legacy.
Yeah. And I think at the moment it holds up better than The Simpsons. So
yes.
I think yes. Oh, Space Ghost.
Space Ghost. Now, Space Ghost, I think is going to be a B for me. Yeah. What do you think?
And it should say something that just seeing the name Space Ghost made me laugh.
Yes.
So it's a good show.
Along the lines of Brack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe a little funnier than Brack sometimes. Maybe also a little stranger than Brack sometimes, which is saying something too.
It's better than the shows we're putting in C.
Yeah,
it's not as good as the shows we're putting in A. So B.
Brack and Zorak both came from Space Ghost to begin with. So. Squidbillies.
D.
I am also going to give it a D. I never really liked Squidbillies.
Yeah.
I tried to like it.
Yeah.
I know there's some good material in there, but I just couldn't get into it.
Fair enough.
What's this one?
Hold on. Let me look. It says... Oh, Stripperella. Haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either. And that's another one along this Tripping the Rift era where it was just like, oh, it's an adult show. She's a stripper. That's something. That's Super Jail.
Oh, I haven't seen that either. Have you seen
Super Jail, I've seen some. I want to give it a D.
Okay.
It's intentionally like fucked up and super violent.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
like the point of the animation.
I mean, I would have thought that was funny when I was like 17 years old, maybe, but...
Yeah. That's about when it came out, probably. Isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Maybe we were like 18, 19.
Yeah.
But it was still like... I don't think it's that good. Tosh.0?
Ooh.
Tosh.0.
Back in the day...
When
it first came on, I used to watch this show. I would go over at our friend Mike's. I used to play poker with him, and we'd watch this. I'd come over a half hour early before poker started, and we would watch this show. And we thought it was hilarious. So at the time, I would have given it an A, but
it slipped.
Yeah.
B?
Do
Do you think it slipped down to C?
I don't know. I had issues with I like the ridiculous videos, the ones where people like got hurt in.
Yeah.
That
those
stuff
are
bothers
always
me.
tough.
So I didn't really. That's not really my type of. I mean, someone getting kicked in the nuts or something, that's funny. But
Right.
like someone getting like hurt to the point of like breaking a bone or like being close to seriously injured.
So
never
you'd
really,
prefer to see kicked in the nuts.
You
just got kicked in the nuts.
It could be like if we were ranking a low C, a low B.
A low B. Let's
Yeah.
say a low B.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, because I think there's times where it was
Yeah,
really good, but there are also times where it's just like,
Yeah.
I can't watch this.
Yeah, and honestly, even though I don't find Tosh as funny as I used to, but occasionally, like I think I liked him on Facebook way back in the day again, and some clips will still come up, and I'll watch them, and it's like, oh, that's kind of funny. So yeah.
Can you see what this one is?
Oh look. Drama Island. I think it's another like fake.
Oh, Total Drama Island. I think.
Okay. Do you know
I'm gonna put this in haven't seen because I have not seen much material. I know that it's from the same people that made Clone High.
Okay.
But I also know it's not considered as good.
All right.
So it hasn't engaged me enough to want to look into it.
All right. Only Americans.
I haven't seen this.
No. Into the
ravine.
Venture
Brothers. Personally, I want to give it an S. I understand. Certainly, you maybe not want to give it that high.
I do like it, but it'd probably be an A for me.
Have you seen all of it?
Close to it, but maybe not
Close
all
to
of it. I mean, you think it's as good as Metalocalypse?
In what it's going for, in the skewering of like the adventure show and superhero society, I think it parodies that quite well. But I understand it's not everyone's cup of tea either.
So maybe like, what if we put it at like the highest A?
Highest A.
What if we do
Highest
that?
A.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's anyone out there hasn't seen Venture Brothers, it really is good. It's really a trip. Like, you can't just watch like an episode here or there. It's serialized. Like, you have to watch it from start to finish.
Yeah.
You can't skip episodes. There are some like weird random things, but there's always something tying it into the plot, really.
Yeah.
And man, just some of the stuff they come out with. Some of it's uncomfortable. Some of it's extremely hilarious. Some of it's very like poignant, where you're just like, oh, that's like very like ridiculing of whatever. And then there's just like straight parodying of like Marvel superheroes like Fantastic Four,
Yeah.
which is done pretty well. And then there's just Brock Sampson, who's an S on his own.
So do we want to go through these and just see if we want to move anything around?
Yeah. Let's give that a quick once over.
Let's go through the top. So we'll start with Archer.
Archer stays.
Yeah.
BoJack.
Yeah.
Chappelle. Metalocalypse. South Park.
I think that's pretty good S tier. Yeah.
Venture Brothers. Aqua Teen. C-Lab. Beavis and Butthead. Bob's Burgers. Boondocks. Robot Chicken. Clone High. Family Guy. Futurama. Jackass. Key and Peele. The Simpsons. As A tier.
Those are all A's.
Those are all A's.
You want to move any of those around, or we?
I think I'm pretty good with that.
Yeah, it seems good. Yeah.
Here's maybe where we might start.
Okay, let's see.
American Dad, Brack Show, Daria, Eric Andre, Harvey Birdman, King of the Hill, Moral Oral, Ren and Stimpy, Space Ghost, Tosh.
Those are all B's.
As B tier.
Yeah, I mean, because you almost wanted to put American Dad in A, right?
There are definitely times where it's
all
S
right.
or A.
So I think if you want to keep it, I think B, because all right, okay.
Quality, and again, like a B tier. None of these are bad shows.
Right.
These are all great shows. They just, in comparison to the things above it, not as good.
Yeah.
C. We got Mike Tyson's Mysteries.
Okay.
Just seeing it makes me laugh. Just seeing it makes me laugh.
So, yeah.
Celebrity Deathmatch. Cleveland Show. Drawn Together. The Critic. Oblongs.
Yeah, it's all fair.
Solid.
Yeah.
D tier. Happy Tree Friends. Squidbillies. Super Jail. I'm fine with all those in D.
Yeah, and then things we haven't seen, doesn't matter.
In fact, if we had an F tier, you could probably leave Happy Tree Friends in D and drop it to
Yeah.
And then we haven't seen enough of these guys to rank them.
True,
so
Pickles,
I don't understand why this Alec Baldwin special made it onto this list at all.
Whoever fucking created this liked that show, I guess.
I guess.
Oh.
All the specials.
So this was our first Tears Over Beers list.
Comment, let us know if you like this list. Give us a like. If you don't like the list, tell us why. Tell us what you disagree with. Tell us that we're fucking morons. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Maybe we are.
Fight us, you fuck.
Maybe there will be some more tier lists in the future. Probably some different topics. Maybe actually some gaming ones.
Yeah.
Tie more into the gaming channel. So we'll see you next time for those. And if you like this and you like gaming, try and check out some of our gaming content. We've got plenty of that.